it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. He's going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader, Vic, once again. Back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
So while we wait on the driver's briefing finishing and practice coming to a halt and the start of qualifying, we'll go through the current Drivers' Championship. Starting with B1, our current championship leader is Mr. Tatuus with 441 points. Then it's Marcel Miku with 325 points. Snirashto in third with 256 points. Cabanas in P4, 248 points. Then it's on board with Maverick. Lovely Maverick right there. He is currently sat P5 with 216 points, so he'll be looking to improve today for sure. Then it's Viala, 122 points. Stradiotto, 118. Dictore, 109. And in P9 we have Giacomo Tasso with 86 points. And joint 86 points, excuse me, there is Blester. P11 is Birkuyov, sorry, 68 points. P12, Derry, 64 points. Then it's Wilson on 54. Beeve on 30. Adams on 15. Baxter on 28 points. Then it is Sukac on 28 points. Ramirez on 22 points. Ha on 18 points. And then Pitch on 16 points to round up your top 20 in the championship. But we'll be coming to the end of the driver's briefing very shortly, no doubt. So while we're doing that, give you a little shout from our affiliation here at Asetek Sim Sports. If you want some top-notch sim gear wheels, pedals, especially the pedals, top-rated pedals, head on down to the site, get to the checkout with your goodies, and enter the code Phoenix Sim Sport when you're there to get a lovely 5% discount on us. More than welcome. That's it. It looks like we are getting qualifying running, and we are indeed. As we see, everybody is going to be hitting the track pretty early doors. We're going to go on board with Prison at the moment, as everybody will hit their out laps. I do believe everyone will be sat on the medium tyres as well for this run. So let's just sit back, relax, and let the next 10 minutes of qualifying here at Brands Hatch unfold. Looking at times around about 120, 122, 121, 122 for pole lap. Anything can happen in this wonderful series. Expecting some fierce on-track battles here at Brands Hatch. Wonderful track for these kind of cars. It's fast, it's sweeping, and there's plenty of overtaking opportunities if you are brave enough. Track temperature today is 37 degrees. The car should be fine on 20-minute sessions running mediums. They'll be a little bit sore on the old rubber by the end of it, but yeah, they should be able to run fine with an air temp of 26 degrees as well. And it looks like it's a northeasterly 6 km/h wind. Give the guys a little bit of a push down the start-finish straight. As we see Brisson go on to his first flying lap of the afternoon. And we'll see what kind of time he is going to set down. A little bit wide going at the turn, and that'll be turn 2 there. 2, 3 and into 4 now. Oh, a little bit too wide there. That may just negate it. We see a few guys going wide back there. the nature here of Brands Hatch. There is a little bit of runoff, but not much, especially coming to this back half of the track here. There is very little in the way of runoff. You make a mistake, just the way that the corners are angled, the double right-handers, you find yourself going extremely wide and possibly into the barriers. We're talking about these corners coming up here. That one pretty perfectly. He is getting caught up though. He has Matt Pryor up his backside, and he'll be looking to get past to get on some free, grab himself some fresh air. Some free air up the front. So let's see where Brising is going to go with his first lap, his marker. To get the display thing back up because it's running a bit silly. Bear with me a second, folks. Watch Race Labs, you're going to have to give me stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Lots of info for us there. That's what we like to see. So fastest so far is a Tasso with a 122 dead. There's Cabanas 122.6. 0.6 off the pace. Then Miku in third, Maverick fourth, Matt Pryor in fifth, Blester in sixth, Little Pro OP in seventh with 123.082. Fiala in eighth. Brinzik, who we're on board with, is in P9, and Blev is in P10. So we see Pryor going wide, oh very wide, and we've got a big accident there. Folks are going to have to start letting off. That was a bit of a bump there to say the least, but not what either of them would have wanted during this qualifying, especially Matt. He's going to try and find some space to get back on the track. 5.5, well, just under 6 minutes to go. I'm wondering why that reference box is not working, folks. Bear with me just a second while we try and fix this. Gotta love overlays. Actually, some action by the sounds of things, some guys going wide. But we will fix it, we will fix it. What's this one called? Oh, you've got to love doing things in the heat of the moment, folks. That one is unfortunately not working. Let's see if we can get an advanced panel up and working. Mostly. We're not done with that yet, Race Labs. At that point we get kind of relative of what they're doing time-wise. I think that will pick up their rest of the session, yes. Right. Let's lock that back up. Get back to the action. So where are we? Tasso is still on provisional pole position with Cabanas in P2, Miku P3, Maverick in P4. And it's Stradioto in P5, Pryor in P6, Blester has moved himself up to P4. Little Pro OP, P8 still, Fiala in P9, Blev in P10, Brising is in P11, and Derry has yet to set a time. So we're on board with Little Pro. Let's see if there's going to be an improvement on this lap. Tasso with a 128.46 to go, a little bit quicker than Cabanas there. So on the last lap, so it's a pretty damn quick time to say indeed. I was not expecting to drop it in the 120s as Maverick jumps up into P3, Muki down into P4, and Blester down to P5. Little Pro didn't improve there on their lap. See if Miku improves. He'll be wanting to try and get himself further up the standing. especially his current championship standing. Well, position anyway. No improvement from Miku. Still holding P4. You see Matt Pryor jumping up into P2 with a 121.569. Cabanas then replies with a 121.3 to go P2. Maverick then drops down to P4. Mark Miku, who we're on board with, has now dropped down to P5. Derry has set an outlap, so still awaiting a fast lap. Just over 2 minutes left on the clock, so they're running out of time. A couple of laps left in this qualifying session, folks, before we get started with the first 20-minute race. Still on board with Miku. Looking to try and climb up the standings. P5 at the moment with a 122.1. 1.2 seconds off the pace for P1 at the moment, being held by Giacomo Tasso. Wonderful time of a 128.46. Extremely quick round this very technical but yet very fast circuit. Oh, as Miku goes wide, that will not be helping in the slightest. I can only imagine very unhappy under that crash helmet right now. And again, no improvement from Miku as we are running out of time. 1 or 2 fast laps left remaining. There's Matt Pryor up into P2 there with 121.295. Brisick has gone P4. Cabanas has replied again to Pryor to jump back into P2 with a 121.0. So they're getting close. It's about a tenth of the second between P1 P2. So very, very close. Indeed, Maverick and Miku are sharing times. 122.073 from Maverick and 122.139 from Miku. That battle for P5 is looking pretty hot. Back a little back further down the grid. Board with Luca, bright yellow Tatuus. Lovely livery on that car for sure. Being very cautious around this part of the circuit, just keeping it between the lines. Not carrying a whole load of speed, but getting to the end of the lap is what really matters to qualifying. It's all good keeping the foot to the floor, but no good if you don't make it there. So we're at the end of qualifying right now, and it's Tasso still on pole with a 128.46. No real improvement there from Stadio. Pryor in P2 with a 129.25. Cabanas P3 with a 121.037. So that is your top three: Tasso, Pryor, and Cabanas as it stands. It's Brazil in P4, Maverick P5, Miku P6, which is very surprising to see him down there and struggling here at Brands Hatch. On board with Stradio at the moment, P7, Blester P8, Fiala in P9, Little Pro OP rounds out the top 10. And it's Derry in P11 with a 125.968 that was laid down. And then Blev is running a 128.7, so struggling a little bit there to get a time in. There's Blev. There's your 12 on track as we just see the end of qualifying now. Let's see if there's going to be any surprises. I do believe most are in the pits. It's just a couple that are running out at the moment. And that will be the end of session number 3. Cabanas is the last one on track and he'll be coming in. And that'll be it. As we move ourselves into race 1, it's a congratulations to Tasso on pole with the 128.46, and he'll be heading Pryor from Cabanas, from Brisbane, from Maverick, from Miku, from Stradioto, from Blester, Fiala from Little Pro, from Derry, and then Bleave rounding out the pack. So it's going to be an enthralling race by the looks of things, folks, and we'll be right back yet again. We're in the last 15 seconds of this countdown. The light markers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's Tatuus, it's at Brands Hatch, and it's go. Long haul of the lights there as we see a real good start from Pryor as he comes up to the outside here at turn 1. And it is going to be covered off by Tasso, but Pryor is going to go the long way round. I'm just going to follow into turn 2 before I get my car off the track. Pryor going the long way around. Is he going to have the grip from Tasso? Tasso's going to have a better run, and no, our pole sitter's made a mistake and he's gone off into the wall. That's going to drop him all the way down to the back. Ah, poor Tasso. He did not need that. Quickly, I'm going to get back to the pits, so I'm not in anyone's way, running around the next part of the track. We're going to go on board here with Brising as it is a big battle with Miku and Maverick. Miku looking to go around the outside, not finding it, but then Maverick's going up the inside. Oh, bit of a bump, bit of a slide. There's a few cars going off in the background here. It's all go on lap 1 at Brands Hatch. Pryor in the lead as Fiala looks like he's dropping back. Stradioto's also had a drop back. Little Pro is at a drop back, so a lot of cars going wide and out of the way as Derry drops back. Mr. Tatuus drops back as well, so there's been a bit of action at the back. But so far, as it stands, come up to the end of lap 1. It is Pryor leading from Cabanas, leading from Brising, leading from Maverick, from Miku, and then Blester in P6, Tasso in P7. So our pole sitter right the way down after that mistake. Then we've got Blev, who's being pressurised by Derry here. This is for P8. It looks like Derry is going to have the inside line here coming up to P1. And in the background you see Mr. Tatuus and Fiala battling away. Into T1 as Mr. Tatuus makes that run and breaks late and makes the move. Stick it to P10 then. For Tatuus on his way back up to the front from what looked like, as I said, a qualifying ban and starting at the back of the grid. Then we have Fiala, little Pro OP P12, car number 6, and then Stradioto, who's had a dull one somewhere, right at the back. Of course, I'm not in the race, so here we go. Current race leader, Matt Pryor, 128.2 on that last lap. He's being chased by Cabanas. Brising is not too far away. As Tasso is making his way back up as he moves up into P6. Oh, I really want to go in this direction because here's a battle. It's Mav versus Brisnick. As they come into this last corner, who's going to have the later brakes round the outside? And that's giving Miku a little bit of a drive here at Maverick, coming down the start-finish straight. Maverick does drop. Is he going to get the later brakes, or is Miku going to squeeze in there? Miku squeezes in and Maverick drops off, but Miku drops it into turn 1 and off into the gravel he goes. And that is not what you need when you're battling for a championship. Miku dropping down the order. Mav then holding P4. Brising is now P3. Yeah, Miku will be spitting flames at that one. Look who's on Maverick's heel though. It's our pole man Tasso. And he's definitely coming back at them. 121.8 his last lap time, so he was basically 6/10 quicker than Matt Pryor in P1. So yeah, Tasso is definitely looking like he's making a charge back up the field. I'm going to go down a little bit here because we have a battle between Derry and Blev again. And this is the battle for P7. Sorry, this is P... Oh, it's Tatuus, sorry, as he goes up the inside, I believe, and that was for P8. So Tatuus again, yep, he's making moves. And up next for him is Derry. And then it's Fiala a little bit further back down the road, 6 seconds from the back of this battle, with Little Pro over the back of him, and Stradioto a further 3.6 back as we see Derry going wide. Is Tatuus going to take it? He does. Derry going all over the shop and dropping down the order. Goes through. There goes Blev, he's through. Will Fiala go through? We're seeing a bit of a battle going up ahead. What's been going on up here? Let's try and catch this one as we see Fiala off there at the last turn as well, not having a race at all, Fiala. And it's struggling indeed. Something was going on here. Maverick's made his way up into P3. Looks like Brizen's had a mistake. This was the battle I was trying to get to. But he has Tassel all over the back of him. But then they are 8 seconds off the back of the leader at this point. And that is prior, a 2.3 second gap to Cabanas, and then it is a further 5.6 to this battle here. Maverick heading off Tassel for the last of the podium spots. Miku a little bit further back down as we see Blester has definitely gone into the pits, I believe. We're seeing a little error on the timing screens. So either lapped or in the pits for Blester. In the pits, car number 7, yes. Car number 7 is... Oh, I'm ignoring my track back. Never mind, folks. Track back's being silly. It's not displaying the right numbers. Should have set that one up properly. There we go. Blester has indeed gone into the pits. So it could be a retiree from this first race. Maverick still heading off Tassel though. And that gap is coming right down as there's been a tap. And oh, great driving by Maverick to hold that. But there was just a little tap there from Tassel onto the back of Maverick. He held that car real well. Tassel is showing intent. He's all over the back of Maverick. This time he looks for a move down the inside. Easy going to make it. Is Maverick just going to hold it round the outside a bit longer? He does, and Tassel makes a mistake. Try to cut the inside. And that's going to leave Maverick a little bit of breathing space. This battle for P3's got a lot left in it. We've still got 30.5 minutes of this race still to go. Race 1 at Brands Hatch. Phoenix Sim Sport, and this is the Tatuus Challenge Series, the first of our long weekend of sport here at Phoenix Sim. So tonight we have the Tatuus, tomorrow we have the MX5s, and then Saturday, the day of racing, we have the kicker with the Assetto Corsa Competizione World Challenge, and then afterwards, one of my favourites, the Le Mans Ultimate Challenge as well. All on Saturday here at Phoenix Sim Sports. If you're interested in joining us, go on, hit us up on SimGrid, register to one of our races, or come find us in the Discord, and the link is in the Twitch description, or the Twitch channel information panels. Still on board with this battle here, and that's Maverick and Tassel. Tassel has dropped off a little bit, giving Maverick a bit of breathing room. There's not much else really going on track. Tatuus is catching up to the back of Brizen, but it is kind of slowly, sitting in P7. Will want to move up the order for his championship's sakes, that's for sure. But it has steadied out here at Brands Hatch for now. We have Cabanas here running in P2. 1:22.4 for his fastest, so he's not too far off the back of Pryor. He's keeping him warm, letting him know he's still there if a mistake was to happen. So far, a solid race from Cabanas from start to finish. Well, start to midpoint. All they have to do is keep it between the lines, and they will be singing. I'm going to pop down the order, because there is something getting a little bit tighter up here, and it is Tatuus has made his way past Believe. Yep, and he is flying at the moment. Is Tatuus almost on? Well, he's on the same pace as the leaders right now. Is Tatuus 20 seconds back from the leaders, mind you. He's on pace for them, and the next one up the road is Miku, definitely does not want to be losing any more positions in this race. The gap to Maverick and Tassel has increased incredibly. I'm wondering if Tassel has put the wrong tyres on and is now suffering in this race, because he's starting to fall back into the clutches of Miku. Well, there he's made a couple of extra mistakes, but he's starting to fall backwards. And with Tatuus starting to catch up at that rate, who knows what could happen. On board with Miku right now, and yeah, he's now within 1.6 seconds of Tassel, our former pole sitter, who had that mistake on lap 1, and it's cost him dearly. He's done well to make it up to P4 so far in his recovery drive. We'll still be kicking at that, as we're seeing Cabanas is starting to claw in a little bit of a gap now, claw in that gap at Pryor for P1. Battle's definitely not said and done out for the lead at the moment. We're almost at the halfway point of this race. Gap sitting here at 1.8 seconds. Ominously in the background is Tatuus. He's catching again and saying that he's just set the fastest lap of a 1:21.8. He's on a flyer right now at the halfway point. I'm expecting him to be all over the back of these guys in the next few laps for sure. That is going to be the battle for P4s. Miku goes wide there. That's definitely it's not what he wants. He wants to be caping up to the back of Tasso. Anything, try to extend what little gap he's got over to Tatuus, because he's eating away at it like nothing on earth. Maverick, however, is sitting pretty with 4.2 second gap to Tasso back in P4, so Maverick's set for a nice looking podium. I'm seeing a little bit of a battle going on further back. Stradio has taken Brizin for P10. Brizin with a fantastic start to the race has dropped down quite considerably. 8 places lost at the start as Miku goes wide again. Oh no, Miku! Round he goes to choose. Oh, that was close. As we see Miku dropping down behind Bliv. Will Derry get round in time? No, Miku's going to get ahead of that one, but still not what Miku is wanting. He's having a horrid race at the moment. But that was extremely close from Mr. Tatuus from hitting a spinning car. So there's Tatuus right now on board, fastest lap of the race, and now 4.7 seconds behind Tasso, who is closing the gap on Maverick at some rate of knots. So that battle's definitely not over and done with. He was a second and a half faster than Mav on the last lap, so Maverick's had a mistake somewhere, and it's costing him, and he doesn't want that because this guy is on the charge right now. It won't be long till he is going to be trying to vie for a podium. We've still got time, it's 8 minutes left. Anything is possible in this Tatuus series. As we've seen, it's already been an action-packed race so far. We've got plenty to go until the end. Here's our former pole man Tasso now, as he hunts down Maverick. There's the orange Tatuus ahead of him, and that gap is coming down at a rapid rate of knots as Maverick made a mistake and kind of lost a bit of confidence as Tasso goes wide there. Stay on board for this battle because it's going to be a great one. Yes, as these things have some speed coming down here. Into turn 1. Look at the grip he's got, and he is all over the back of Mav already coming into this turn 2. Oh, he's all over the back of him, and that podium is very much at risk right now as he looks to take the inside of Maverick. As we hear Stradio hitting the gravel trap there on the other side of the track. And Tasso has done it, he's up to P3. Maverick will be kicking himself. Oh, what a move there from Tasso. Tenacious last lap. And has made the move, but it's not over yet. Maverick's looking to fight back. Lev has made a move on Brizin there for P8, but is a lap down. Around the outside goes Mav. Is he going to hold it? No, Tasso's got the inside. Who's going to let go first? Mav, but Tasso did take a very shallow line, and look who's gaining from all this. In the background, in the pink Tatuus, the bleached liveried car, it's Mr. Tatuus. And he can smell a podium now. We've got 6 minutes to go, and this is going to be a fierce battle. Cabanas is now within 1.3 seconds of Pryor for the lead, so that battle's not over yet. He was 1.1 seconds quicker than Pryor in the last lap, so Pryor's had a mistake somewhere. And here we go. P3 Tasso, P4 Maverick, P5 Tatuus. Or will it be in that order come the end of the race? Still got 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes to go of this first race here at Brands Hatch. And it is all action stations non-stop from start to finish so far. Wind speed has picked up ever so slightly, so I wonder if the guys are noticing that. It's now up to 9 kilometers an hour, more northerly wind. Air temperature has dropped a degree, and so is the track temp during this session, as we see Tatuus going really wide there. It's not going to be helping him, he's pushing real hard. Tasso now starting to gap Mav really well, but yeah, Tatuus wouldn't have needed that one. This gap at the front, folks, we're going to have to go to this. Here we go, battle for the lead. It's Cabanas is all over the back of Pryor, so that gap was it. a few laps back, as much as only 7-8 minutes ago. It's 2.8 seconds, and Cabanas has reeled that in over the last 10 minutes or so, I'd say. This race is anything but decided. 0.6 per second, that last lap was 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this first race. And the battle for first is starting to really heat up. Cabanas has made some hell of a lot of inroads on the back of Pryor in the last few minutes. That's been great to see. We're going to watch these guys have a fierce battle, hopefully. Oh, Cabanas really running it wide, but he's getting a great run on Pryor right now. This could be spicy coming down the hill. Is he going to take the outside line? He's going to give it a shot. Who's got the brave brakes? They come wheel to wheel. Cabanas has to go real wide. Pryor cuts in real deep on the inside. But it looked like there was a bit of wheel banging going on there. Bit brave from Cabanas to try the outside line, that's for sure. Maverick is being reeled in hand over fist by Tatuus at the moment. We may have to quickly just see how this one's going. As we watch Maverick struggle, Tatuus is all over the backside of him. It's not going to be long before that move is made. This is for P4. Tasso is 4.5 seconds up the road now from here. So that's a long gone cause for the looks of things by the rest of the race anyway, time-wise. See, Tatuus is going to try there around the outside of Maverick. A little squirm from the pink car, but no, it doesn't. Oh, a little bit of wheel bang, but Tatuus has made the pass on Maverick before they've got to the first corner. He goes to cover off and up into P4 for Tatuus. What a comeback drive from starting at the back of the grid that has been. Maverick down into P5. But this is where we want to get back to. The lead, Cabanas versus Pryor. 2 minutes 45 remaining. A few more laps of this battle to go, folks. And it's going to be a doozy, I think. And they are coming up to the back of traffic as well. So far I have seen the traffic is behaving really, really well. Been getting right out of the way of this battle. So that's great to see. Cabanas is swarming all over the back now of Pryor. As a car in front kicks up dust, it is Little Pro, who very, very sensibly stays right out of the way of these two. Next up the road is obviously be Buster in the pits, so it will be Belev is a further 6.5 up the road from these guys, so there shouldn't be anybody in the way by the time they get to the line. So this is the main battle right now. Cabanas versus Pryor. 1 minute 40 seconds to go. They've got 2 laps left in them. Can Pryor hold out against the ever-charging Cabanas? Or will he find himself a sneaky little route around? They're catching on Belev very, very quickly, so they may encounter a bit more traffic before they finish this race. We'll just have to see, but it's getting real exciting. Some good stuff to see. Some very, very, very hard and very, very, very fair racing as we hear our Little Pro having a little trip in the gravel, a little sand bath for his car. Cabanas again, just being very patient. He's waiting. He's being smart. This will be the final lap of race 1, the Tatuus Challenge here at Brands Hatch, before we go to reverse grid race 2. But we've still got all this action here. Race 1 to go. 1 lap of the fastest wins. And it's Cabanas versus Pryor at the moment for P1. Cabanas is running out of time to make that move. Pryor has been driving absolutely fantastic right now, but Cabanas is on an absolute charge. Will he force a mistake or will he find a gap? That's the thing, is he gets a fantastic run here and he tucks right in and under the gearbox of Pryor. And he's got a better run than he did last lap coming through this outsider. He's got a little bit of slipstream from Blave ahead. As he goes round the outside, they're being very, very gentlemanly. Cabanas takes the lead round the outside. Look at that. As Blave gets out of the way for the leaders. And that's a little tumble for the cameras. What a move by Cabanas. That was fantastic. Round the outside, and he held it, and big respect to Pryor to give him the space to do so. And we just got to see an absolute fantastic drive there from Cabanas. And he is going to take victory here, and a very deserved victory. He has came from a little bit back, and he has persevered, and he takes the win. So a huge congratulations to Cabanas, Pryor in P2. Great race from the Perriers. Tasso will be disappointed that he lost pole position so early, but a good comeback to P3. Tatuus starting at the back of the grid. P4, so another great result. So P3, P4, good run-throughs from the both of them. P5 for Maverick, Derry P6, BQ P7. He'll be disappointed with that. Stradioto in P8, Fiala in P9, and it's Little Pro OP rounding out the top 10. Believe will come home in 11th, and Brizin retired on lap 9. So what a wonderful first race, folks. That was action-packed from start to finish. We got to see some great results, a couple of really fantastic comeback drives there from Tatuus and Tasso. But the man of the moment, man of race 1 is Cabanas. Absolute dominating drive. Pryor held the lead for such a long time, but it doesn't matter how long you hold it, you have to hold it until the checkered flag, and it was Cabanas who took the checkered flag here at race 1 at Brands Hatch. So as we just get ourselves a little bit of a refresher, folks, take ourselves a couple of minutes while we try and grab our breaths and get ready for race 2 here at Brands Hatch. And just before we go, get a word from our affiliate program, and that is Asetek Sim Sports. So if you're looking for some new sim gear, wheels, pedals, especially pedals, some of the best in the market, head on down to their website, hit the store, and once you get there, hit the checkout, use code Phoenix Sim Sport to get yourselves a lovely 5% discount. Alright, we've got 40 seconds to go until this lights out, and by goodness are we looking forward to a very, very fast-paced race 2 here. Reverse grid order. So it'll be Blave leading from Little Pro, from Stradioto, then Fiala, and we have Miku there as well, we can see on screen. Top left. We've got Maverick and Tasso there as well. Tatuus just slightly behind, then Cabanas. And then at the back, Matt Pryor. And we have 4, 5 and 6, folks. We're off for race 2. It's reverse grid, and what a start by Miku. He has absolutely dropped the clutch on that thing and went ping. Stradioto instantly dropping back. Follow them all through here as they make a clean one. Miku making moves already. He's on a bit of a vengeance drive here. Look at Tatuus. He's finding gaps left, right and centre, and he's making himself up the order. Pryor's dropping backwards, Tasso's dropping backwards, Maverick's dropping backwards. Everybody's dropping backwards, and I need to drop into the pits. So Bliv is our current leader, and look at this, it's Miku already up at a P2 as we see Fiala and OP having a little coming together, and it's Fiala who's, oh, not again. Fiala is not having a good luck run here at Brands Hatch at all, and finds himself in the barrier and back in the order at the back indeed. Look at Tatuus, he's up in a P3 behind Miku now. Then it's Little Pro, Stradioto, Tasso's in P6, Maverick P7 as we're hearing somebody go very wide. His Maverick's gone wide and out of... Oh no, and so is Tasso. Oh no, that's not what you need. Matt Pryor has gone up into 6th place. Looks like Derry had a mistake. Plester in 7th, Cabanas in 8th, Brizin is in 9th, Tasso's now up to 10th, Maverick in 11th. This is the battle we want to concentrate on right now. Fiala makes a place up to P12. Jerry dropping down the order to P13. So the biggest loser out of everyone so far is Fiala, unfortunately taking that bump from Little Pro and sending him into the wall. But here is the battle for the lead right now. It is Blave ahead of Miku, ahead of Tatuus. One is faster than the other, is faster than the other, and it's Tatuus that's eyeing up the move on Miku before Miku has got a chance to make a move on Blave. And he goes wide. Tatuus goes, thanks very much, mate. Puts the power down and sees himself up into P2. This could be a Tatuus domination festival. As Miku's right behind him, but not close enough to make the move. Backs off very, very smartly and will hold P3 with Little Pro behind. Down the order just a little bit. Matt Pryor is not far off this battle, 2.1 seconds as we're hearing. Is that Cabanas? Cabanas has gone wide and he is dropping right back. Not what he would have needed after his amazing first race run. And not when your rival Matt Pryor is sitting in P5. So Cabanas drops down to P10 and he is struggling right now. So in P11, also not having a good one, so we see Tatuus has taken the lead and will start to stretch his legs, I believe. Go up the order. Mav is at the back of Prison. It's still a long way to go in this race. Miku goes up the inside of Blave. We have caught that on the cameras. Blave going very wide, doesn't want to be wanting that. And he's going to be under pressure now from Little Pro. He's going to go around the outside. Matt Pryor's not too far from this one either. Little Pro has made the move before they've reached the corner. So Blave has gone from P1 to P4 in only a case of a couple laps. There goes Tatuus, there goes Miku. Then it's Little Pro, then it's Blave, and then right behind is Matt Pryor. P2 in the last race, currently P5 after starting second last. Behind this is Stradioto, Blester, Prison and Mav, all within a pretty tight-knit group of each other. Then it's Cabanas, not too far off the back of Mav. And a little bit further down the line we see as Matt Pryor goes up the inside of Little Pro. Little Pro makes the move back. It's Blave who's kind of like, nah, we're not having it, but Pryor is going to try and make the move here now on Little Pro, round the outside. Is he going to give him the room? Has he got the grip? No, he decides to back off, runs himself a little bit wide. This is just giving Tatuus and Miku a little bit of breathing room as we see Little Pro diving a bit late there on the brakes, but still keeping the car under control. This is a great little battle as he leaves to go up the inside of Blave. They're leaving each other just enough room, and this is giving Matt a nice little incentive to come into this again. Side by side. Oh, a little bit of a close one. Blave kind of leaves enough space there. You see Stradia will go wide in the background. Pryor's now out in a look here. He's going to see if there's a little bit of space on the outside. Blave is looking back up the inside, but he's going to run himself wide, and Pryor's going to have the inside line here, but he has to kind of sit back a little bit. This goes Little Pro, just a little bit of breathing space. This Stradioto again has gone wide and into the barriers back there, but we can keep an eye on this battle because Pryor's all over the back of Blave now. Lester's dropped back, Maverick up to P7, Prison behind this battle, he's now P6, Cabanas now up to P8. Tatuus has made a little bit of gap to Miku, that's 2.4 seconds as we see Pryor making the move on Blave there, up into P4 for Pryor. So he'll now be chasing Little Pro, who's 2.9 seconds off the back of Miku. So there has been a little gap opening up at the front. I'm going to quickly go back to this battle though, and it's Maverick versus Cabanas for P7. Nice tight line there by Maverick, and it's going to give Cabanas a little lunge, a little door was opened up the inside there by Mav. Cabanas thought about it and thought otherwise. He's going to have a good run round the second half of the circuit, and I can't see Maverick unfortunately holding this position for long if Cabanas can keep this charge on. Fastest lap at the moment is a 1:21.6 by Tatuus, and his gap at the front is now 2.9 seconds from Miku, who has a 3.6 second advantage over Little Pro, with Matt Pryor all over the back of him as we're watching Cabanas now make the move down the inside. Oh, and Maverick, who's going to be later on the brakes, coming through. They're side by side still, and this is letting Blester back in, and Cabanas has had to back out, but Maverick's going to run wide. Oh, Maverick unfortunately runs wide in that duel, but the biggest winner out of all this was Blester, who got 2 positions as he makes a move past Cabanas, and Tasso has also managed to make a gap back up. But we're going to go back to here because it's Pryor, Little Pro and Blev all battling again. This time Pryor on the back of Little Pro and letting Blev back into the fight. Down at turn 1, the 3 of them go. 3 different lines, 3 different styles of driving. And we've still got just under 13 minutes of this race left to go, so we're not even halfway, folks, and it is getting intense, as is these reverse grid races tend to be. So Tasso has made a move on Cabanas for P8. Maverick's made a move on him for P9. So Cabanas has had a mistake and he's dropped back a little bit. So that hard work he put on Maverick to get past just a lap ago has all been undone as Pryor looks to go round the outside of Little Pro here, and he has. Has Little Pro got anything to come back with? He doesn't. Pryor looks to cover the inside, and he gets the gap, and he is away from Little Pro as we see Blev come back in. It looks like Little Pro and Blev, something happened between the 2 of them there, and both of them have came off the worst. And it looks like Brizzard is going to be the winner out of this one, up into P4. Blester's up into P6, Tasso P7. So Blev was having a great battle there, and something's happened between him and Little Pro. And it looks like Blev is, yep, he's going tumbling down the order to P10. Highly unfortunate because he was having a great run. P11. Oh dear. Poor Blev. He was having such a good run up until that point. But it does promote Brizin up to P4. Blester up at the P6. Little Pro is in P5. Then it's Tasso, Maverick, Cabanas and Fiala making out the top 10. We are going to go back a little bit because here is a battle, and it is Tasso all over the back of Blester. Ah, Tasso going very wide there, finding every kind of grass. Managing to keep his Tatuus pointing in a straight line. So it's a bit of skill to do that. Gap to the front at the moment is Tatuus 3.9 seconds ahead of Miku, who has 4.3 seconds, well, down to 4 seconds on Pryor. And Brizik back another 4.5 seconds on him, 1.6 further back to Little Pro. Then this battle that we're watching now, P6, P7 and P8 is a further 1.4 off the back of Little Pro that you can see just at the top of your screen now, folks. So the battle on track isn't too far split as we hit the halfway point here at Brands Hatch. Coming up for 10 minutes to go as we see Tasso looking on a move on Blester around the outside, thinks something better of it, and will he try and go for the inside onto turn 1? Blester kind of really showing the defensive hard job there, really not giving Tasso any room to breathe. As Tasso tries everything to try and get a place back. Remember, he set the pole lap in race 1. Unfortunately, the quality gods were with him, the race gods have not been, and here he goes for a move up the inside. What a drive there by Tasso. Surely he's got it. Blester trying to break late and go deeper, and somehow has pulled the move up on the outside on Tasso. Well held there by Blester. As you see Tasso coming back around for another shot on the outside here. Will he make it? Is Blester going to try and hold on? Oh, Tasso around the outside. We've seen a few of the guys pull that off today. And that is some wonderful driving. P5 for Tasso. We see Maverick is now up into P7. Matt Pryor is dropping down. I didn't notice that. What's happened to Matt? Has something happened to Matt? Is he like off track, or has he had an accident? He is moving. Car 13 is moving, but something had happened to Matt there. We didn't catch that, unfortunately. We might get it in the post-race report, but That puts Prison up into the podium positions with Little Pro just 1.1 off the back of him. So this battle here is as we catch Tassel going the wrong way. Oh no, as he starts dropping down, Maverick's going to take that, Cabanas is going to take that, and Tassel not having any race luck at all. I was saying it, he had the luck of the gods with the qualifying, but the race gods have certainly not been with him in the slightest. So Maverick under all sorts of pressure again from Cabanas. These two have been having a relenting war throughout this second race. That battle for the podium looks like it could get very, very spicy. Tatuus is walking away with this race right now, as we see Cabanas dive down the inside for P6, but he dives too hard and Cabanas puts it into the wall big time. Oh, he tried way too hard down the inside there and just completely lost it. Mav up into P6. That puts Tassel up into P7. Cabanas really suffering after that one. Again, just pushed it a bit too hard and stuck it in the wall. There's a nice almost 6-second gap back to Tassel. So Maverick has built himself a bit of breathing space now. Now we want to get back to this battle here, which is Little Pro, Prison and Blester for the last of the podium spots. Because at the moment there is a 7-second gap from Tatuus to Miku, and then a further 11-second gap back from Miku to Prison here in P3. So really this is the final podium slot, unless something happens to our leaders. It's been an up and down race, that's for sure, for some of the winners of our last race. Finding Matt Pryor down in P13, who was P2 in race 1. Cabanas, who'd won the race, down in P8 right now. Oh, was that Blester? God, it's Prison. Prison has gone off. He's went wide, gone off, and that promotes Little Pro up into P3. Blester into P4. Will Maverick get on the back of it? Yes, he is. He's up to P5 now. So Prison making a mistake with 6 minutes to go. And Tassel takes P6. Cabanas up to P7. Prison down to P8 now. P9 as Fiala takes a place. That's a big mistake there from Prison. That's potential podium out of the window. Little Pro and Blester fighting nose to tail now for the final podium spot. And who is going to come home with it? Maverick 6.2 seconds off the back of this. And there's Tassel further 4 seconds off the back of Maverick. So there's quite a gap back. That's a 14-second gap up to Miku in P2, and then a further 7.5 seconds, 7.8 seconds up the road to Mr. Tatuus, who has had a faultless race from start to finish so far. And is very much laying down the law as we're watching Blester and Little Pro go for this P3 battle. Blester trying up the inside, but Little Pro really stepping the back end of his car out. He's really pushing now, and he's doing everything in his power to keep Blester behind. Some very, very aggressive driving, but they've been clean so far, and he is really pushing that car, and this is going to give Blester the inside lane as they bang wheels. That puts Blester up into P3, Little Pro into P4. And Little Pro is really, really driving the back end of that car off at the moment, and he's a little bit too hard from Little Pro as he tries to make the move back up on Blester. It's not going to happen. Tassel has made the move on Maverick now. That drops Maverick down into P6. Tassel up into P5 now. He's going to go on board with this battle. Here it is, Maverick in the sandwich, P6 at the moment, behind Tassel and Cabanas. Yet again, right behind Maverick. These two seem to have a never-ending magnetic connection this race. And we'll see what this round of their battle concludes with. Track temp is now dropped to 35 degrees for this second race. Air temp is at 25 degrees, and the wind has dropped off, still northeasterly, with a balmy 3km/h breeze. So Blaster now has a 3.2 second lead on Little Pro. And is looking very healthy for a step on the podium this week in race 2. Well, let's see if Maverick can hold off Cabanas and at least get a P6 finish in this second race. With 3 minutes left to go. Fiala has gone off. Oh, Cabanas! He's really pushing it hard this second race. We see a big mistake from him that sends him back down. 1.5 off the back of Mav now. Fiala, in all that, had made up a place on Derry a little bit further back. Oh, we're just gonna see what's going on a little bit further down the back of the pack. As we're on board with Stradioto MP12, chasing Blev, who is P11, car number 8. On board with the number 22 car, bright yellow and black, liveried. Both drivers seem to be recovering from up and downy results. Oh, there is a battle up the front that we want to kind of get on board with. And it was Little Pro going off. Oh, and he's came back out in front of Cabanas. So Little Pro is really struggling with only a couple minutes left to go in this race. That's put Tatuus up into P4, Maverick into P5. The top 3 podium is pretty much guaranteed as long as they stay on track. We're going to see what Cabanas can do down the inside on Little Pro here. Bang, wheels again. Cabanas holds that inside line. Little Pro's tyres look absolutely gone. He is sliding that car all around the place like a giant go-kart than anything else. Kudos, he's keeping it on the track. Cabanas had the run there. Prison has brought his car in for retirement, unfortunately. And that's him run his race. So Little Pro drops down to P7 from what was a podium battle not long ago. Oh. And we're just going to have a... Yep. There's a bit of a gap now behind to Derry. 14 seconds. So can't really... Oh my goodness. Oh, there he goes. Pushing too hard, Little Pro. Just got to be careful. 30 seconds left of this race to go. We are going to try and find your race leader in and amongst this. This is going to be a good little battle to the end as well. As Prison has indeed retired. There is a battle going on there. But I also kind of want to see this. It's good. Okay, so Tatuus, our race leader, is at the back of this battle, so we can get to him crossing the line. Oh, Stradioto is going to get the move on Blev. That'll be P10 for him. On board with Mr. Tatuus. What a faultless run he's had. He's had hardly any camera time because he's just been doing his thing. And what a gap. 18 seconds to Miku in P2. This has been a flawless second run, absolutely, from Mr. Tatuus. There he goes, wiggles it about. And that is a win, and an absolute dominant win from Mr. Tatuus. Big congratulations to him, what a flawless run that was. And it'll be Miku coming in P2. Here he comes, 15 seconds behind, but no less, he's still there. Maverick's made it up to P4 somehow. Blester will come over the line now. He's going to take the last of the podiums. Well done, Blester. P3 for you. And then Maverick's going to have P4. Tassel P5. Cabanas for P6. Little Pro for P7. Derry P8. Stradioto P9. Fiala P10. And Blev will round it out in P11. But what a run, guys. Very, very interesting and very entertaining to watch, that's for sure. So there's Bleb across the line. And Fiala crossing the line as well. We see the Happy Donut Brigade. So we're back in the pits. And that's that, folks, from the Tatuus series. What an absolute mind-bogglingly fun race that was. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed every second of it. And we have the MX-5s coming tomorrow, which I really can't wait for. Just gonna see if there's anything going on before we call it an evening.
Hello.
Good evening. How are we all doing?
I'm good, and you?
Alrighty, alrighty. So it's just you this evening? It is the lonely Mr. Tatuus. Oh no, I see someone else has arrived.
Yeah, Blaster is here.
Hey!
Blaster is here. The big freeze back.
That's it. We've got the usual suspects in here.
The usual.
The usual suspects. Good evening, guys. What a set of races that was. That was entertaining from start to finish. Where do I begin? Mav, you've not been on the podium. You've not been in the interrogation that is my comms box. How did your races go?
And I didn't end up on the podium this race, but I'm just going to assign myself a interview anyway. Yeah, that was a tough one. First race, we chose the mediums, which was not the race tire. We gained an awful lot during the start of the race, but yeah, it just wore off far too quick. But we got a good solid P5. You know, so to have held on to that position despite the tires dropping off, pretty happy with that. Then second race, chose the hards, just tried to keep it nice and steady all race. Couple of mistakes meant that you know, we dropped down to P5 again. You know, but was able to get up to P4 there on the final lap. So you know, got to be pretty happy with that.
Oh, you can't complain at that. Yeah, you didn't reach the podium. I'll give you a podium for effort. How does that sound?
Yay! Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Excellent. So podium effort for you. Blaster, you were kind of quiet, and then suddenly you came back and ended up with the podium that I kind of gave to Maverick there. Talk us through your race.
Yeah, I mean, well, the first race wasn't great. I mean, I came into practice not knowing the track, and this track I feel like suits my driving style far less than other tracks, and so I knew that I was going to be at a deficit coming into this weekend. But, well, so the first race came in. I mean, my setup wasn't the best, but I was still trying to, like, figure it out and figure out the racing lines, because I didn't know the track all that well. So I was trying to stay behind people just to learn their lines and stuff. But as soon as a gap started to pull, I was kind of on my own, and that's when I lost it. I think, I don't know, in the first few laps in that blind section. And so, yeah, that was kind of my race done for race one. And then, yeah, while I was in the pits, I was just kind of studying other people's lines and making a few tweaking to my setup and stuff like that. And yeah, with all of that information that I gathered, I was able to perform in the second race. So, yeah.
Yeah, one heck of a performance indeed, especially someone that has had, as you said, very little track knowledge. So big congratulations on P3 and a really consistent drive for the second race. Moving on to Miku. Race 1 didn't exactly fit your cup of tea. I seen you were in a bit of the wars there, but race 2 you came good with some clear air. How do you feel how your session went?
Well, I mean, to be honest, when it comes to Brands Hatch, there's not exactly much I can say. I had to underdrive the car deliberately. Probably the only course, I think, in history where I have to underdrive that badly. But, yeah, just first run, yeah, just there's nothing much I think to be said. Just couldn't keep it clean, couldn't keep it on the course, and this course being Brands Hatch, it punishes you quite badly. Especially with how narrow the course is overall.
Oh yeah. I was noticing that today. That I caught quite a few quite a few moments of guys not quite understanding where the asphalt's meant to end. So, made for some very entertaining watching.
But yeah, second run, managed to call it back. Nice to finally channel what I did last year. And came back for P2, and I'd say I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I had noticed that you looked like you were struggling a lot in race 1 when you were in amongst the pack. You didn't seem to be comfortable in amongst other drivers all that well. But race 2, as soon as you had that clear air behind Tatuus, you just seemed to be in your zone. It was quite good to see.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that I'm having issues with, fighting amongst the pack. It's just, this course. It's just not ideal for me.
Yeah.
It's just not ideal for me, this layout overall.
We'll just call it the Brands effect. And it's going to get even more fun for the GP. It's the Indy layout tomorrow. Yep, Indy layout tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. But before we even get that, we have a little chat to go with Mr. Tatuus, who, if I am right, you had a quali ban for race 1.
Not at all. I just decided to start last.
I'm good thing, because in my thing when I was saying on stream was I thought you had a qualifying ban, but don't quote me on it. I'm going to my notes. These are my notes, and my notes said I was wrong. So great. Okay, you just couldn't be bothered. And you had a really good first race. You came through the pack pretty well, but race 2, you just did your thing, didn't you? I take it. Brands Hatch you're quite comfortable with.
No, not at all.
Oh my god.
I hate Brands Hatch.
Yes, you really showed that you hate Brands Hatch today by 18 seconds of hate over me.
I hate it. That doesn't mean I don't know it.
You're not the only one to chew. You're not the only one.
The guys will be glad to know it's all Brands Hatch this season.
Blester join and say I don't know the track, and see we all the podium for the next 2 races.
Maybe that's the trick.
We've only needed 1 race to beat everyone.
Well, that's
I said this race, the big freeze reunites.
Well, that's it. I mean, since you've shown so much love for Brands Hatch, why not just host Brands Hatch for the rest of the week, the rest of the month? I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave it.
Hell with that. Hell with that.
Oh, come on, 4 hours of 4 hours of the Tatuuses. Brands Hatch, I'm sure you guys would be fine.
Oh, yes. Tatuus endurance. Yep.
Yeah, no.
Tatuus endurance, soft tires only. Yep, there we go, Paddy. There we go.
In the rain.
I wouldn't mind that.
In the rain. You've just decided the off-season fun event that only Maverick turns up to.
Ah, great. It's not like I don't get enough hate around here already, dude.
Exactly. No, it's all love. It's all love.
It's all love, indeed.
Yeah, it's all love. It's all love around you, Paddy. It's just a course.
It's just a course. You know what's going to be more love, though, guys? It's the MX-5s tomorrow. That is going to be fun. Especially around the Indy track around here. And a couple of you guys are joining in, if not all of you, if I'm right.
No, I'm not here.
What?
Not just in X5.
But a good number of us
that's
will be
right.
back. Yeah.
I keep noticing that Mr. Tatuus, he's too good for MX-5s, you see. He's only here for the Tatuus show off, right?
I mean,
And I wouldn't mind running 919s. 919 hybrid.
Yeah.
Brown Brands Hatch Indy.
Well, no, around like
The full.
just like another category.
See, suggestions for the suggestion bin. I like it.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
And if
More
you like-
info coming soon. So
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
And-
so
I did hear it's going to be IndyCar for now, right?
Oh,
yes, that is the plan. So
I'm hearing whispers. I'm hearing whispers
yes.
across the live Vine exclusives here, Twitch.
Exactly. You've heard it here first. This is turning into a podcast here.
It
right
is.
now.
Doing the Max Verstappen podcast. Here we go, people.
That's it. I'll just shave my head and call myself Bro Rogan. Right. On that note, folks, if you are interested in joining any of our series, as I said, we got the MX-5s dropping in tomorrow. Saturday is race day, big race day. We have Asetek Corsa Competizione with the World Challenge, and then something I'm getting right into right now, Le Mans Ultimate. Saturday, be there. That's all I'm saying. But you are interested, find us on SimGrid or pop down into the Twitch panels info there. You'll get all the Discord stuff to come join us. But from me, Tatuus, Maverick, Miku, and Blester, thanks very much for joining us for the Tatuus series. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow nights.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, folks.
God bless you guys.